Now, in order to talk more about this and what impact these will have on that war, we welcome in retired Major General William Enyart. He's an Air Force veteran. He was deployed to Ukraine as commander of the Illinois Army National Guard forces back in 2015. Good morning, and thank you for joining us, sir.
Good morning, Mitch.
So you've been to Ukraine. You know about war and warfare. I'm curious about these Abrams tanks and whether or not tanks in general have a place in modern warfare, and if so, what that place is. Because tanks have been around since World War I.
Well, yes, they have. In fact, they were designed in World War I to break through the trenches. And we've seen the Russians building trenches as well as the Ukrainians building trenches in the Donbass region now. Armored forces are clearly still very vital in modern warfare. The important thing, though, is who has air superiority. As long as one has air superiority, the armored forces are highly mobile, highly lethal, and able to rampage over the countryside. But if you don't have air superiority, it becomes a different equation. Russia has an air force that's about 10 times the size of Ukraine's, but because of Ukraine's anti-aircraft weaponry, Russia's not been able to establish air superiority. Should one of the nations, either Ukraine or Russia, establish air superiority, then the equation changes quite a bit. I suspect that now that the Western nations have agreed to provide Ukraine with tanks, the next big ask is going to be for fighter jets. They've asked for them in the past. We declined, but we have seen over the course of this war, Ukraine's asks gradually being granted.
So it's all about air superiority, and I don't mean to sound trite or glib here, but I do think of the children's book, If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. And I'm thinking about that because Ukraine has asked for money. Ukraine has asked for tanks. Ukraine is asking for F-16s. And I just wonder where it ends. And if Russia sees this as an escalation, what consequences that might bring as we continue to supply Ukraine with a whole lot of firepower.
Well, you know, the fact of the matter is that Russia is the nation that attacked Ukraine. Ukraine didn't attack Russia. Russia is 3 times the size in population. It's more than 10 times the size in geographic area. Ukraine's about the size of Texas, give or take. So Russia is clearly the aggressor here. I think the question is, do we as nations that have relied on the international rules, that we want to be nations that obey laws, not nations that wantonly attack other nations and establish the maxim that might is right, I think that by supporting Ukraine in this, we are deterring future aggressors. This is World War II all over again, in the sense that we have an aggressor nation that is trying to devastate Europe.
Well, we really hope it doesn't turn into World War III. I think we can all agree on that. Retired
Absolutely.
Major General William Enyart, thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.